Hi, I am Dr. JP Silvera from TaylorMade Health and Wellness, and I want to tell you about a patient I saw not long ago because her story is probably closer to yours than you'd expect. She was rear-ended at a stoplight, not a major collision. The other car wasn't going that fast. She sat there for a moment, checked herself over, felt okay, and went home. The next morning, she went to work. She figured if something was really wrong, she'd know by now. By day 3, her neck was so stiff she couldn't turn her head far enough to check her blind spot while driving. She had to pull over. That's when she called us. Here's the thing, that is not unusual. That is actually one of the most common patterns we see after rear end crashes and low speed impacts. And if you've been in an accident recently and you're watching this because something feels off, I want you to understand why that happened, what it means, and exactly what to do about it. The reason pain shows up late after a car accident comes down to your body's stress response. The moment of impact triggers an adrenaline release. That's your nervous system doing exactly what it's designed to do, keeping you calm and functional right when you need to be. And it works. It works so well that genuine soft tissue injuries, strained muscles, stretched ligaments, micro tears in the tissue around your cervical spine can stay completely quiet for 24, 48, sometimes 72 hours after impact. This isn't a sign that nothing happened. It's a sign that your body was protecting you long enough to get you home. But when the adrenaline clears and the inflammation sets in, that's when you start to feel it. Stiffness in the neck, tension across the upper back and shoulders, headaches that seem to show up out of nowhere, pain that makes no sense because the accident felt minor. Whiplash doesn't require a high-speed crash. The mechanics that cause it are about rapid acceleration and deceleration of your head relative to your spine. Your headrest stops your body, but your neck keeps moving. That can happen at speeds that feel completely non-threatening. And soft tissue doesn't show up on a standard X-ray, which is part of why so many people leave an ER after an accident feeling like they were cleared, when what actually happened is that nothing fractured. So you go home, you feel fine, and then 3 days later you can't check your blind spot. The second reason people wait, and I hear this constantly, is they don't know who pays for this. They don't want to be handed a bill. They don't know if their health insurance applies or if they need to go through the other driver's insurance. And the whole thing feels like it's going to turn into a bureaucratic nightmare on top of an already stressful week. Let me make that simple for you. In Florida, your own auto insurance policy includes personal injury protection, PIP coverage. That's not the other driver's insurance, that's yours. And it covers medical treatment related to a car accident, regardless of who was at fault. You have 14 days from the date of the accident to begin treatment to activate that coverage. After 14 days, it doesn't automatically disappear, but the path gets more complicated. The sooner you start, the cleaner that process is. At TaylorMade Health and Wellness in Clermont, we handle the PIP billing side. You don't sit down and try to figure out which code to submit or which adjuster to call. We deal with that. You come in, we examine you, we explain what we find, and we document it properly from the start, which matters because documentation is what protects you if this becomes a legal or insurance matter down the road. And we are completely walk-in and same-day accessible after an accident. No referral from another provider, no appointment required. We see patients in English and in Spanish. You can walk in the same morning you decide you need to be seen. Here's what that first visit actually looks like. We do a thorough exam. We're looking at your range of motion, your neurological function, your posture, your soft tissue. We're asking about the specifics of the impact, where you were sitting, whether you saw it coming, what you felt immediately after. All of that tells us something. We explain what we find in plain language, not jargon. If everything checks out and you have minor soft tissue irritation, you leave knowing that with a clear plan. If something we find suggests you need imaging, an MRI, a specialist referral, you leave with that referral and a clear explanation of why. We're not in the business of keeping you guessing about your own health. Now back to that patient. She came in on day 3. We found significant soft tissue involvement across the cervical and upper thoracic spine, exactly where you'd expect from her impact description.